So basically, you got them all drawn and you started cutting. I pretty much got this completely cut out now. So once you got it cut out, it starts popping. You start popping it out. Now, popping it out's the hardest part because when you're popping it out, you can tear it. So you're still going to use your razor. You're still going to use your razor and go around it as you're popping it out. And at this point, it should pop out real quick. The problem is when you pop it out, it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. It almost snap. Yeah, it's almost going to snap. When it snaps, then you know it's coming out perfect. It's not going to be. It's not going to have any tears or anything in it that are going to affect the paint. Popping it out is another hard part because if you don't pop it out just right, then it's almost when you pop it out, it's like you're popping out a puzzle. Like if you were fitting a puzzle piece together, when you pop this out, it'll fit back into the cardboard exactly like a puzzle piece. Like I said, you're still going to use your razor because some of the parts aren't completely cut. And then if some of the parts aren't completely cut, it won't pop out. And if you try to push it out and try to pop it out, it's going to tear your graphic, which this is a simple flame that should pop out easier than this, but it's not. And you see it's tearing someplace. Using different types of cardboard, different thickness, definitely helps. I just grabbed a piece of cardboard just because I just wanted to practice doing this and plus show the video. It only takes a few minutes. Like I said, I'm going to keep practicing doing this over and over again until I actually do it on the car. Because one, I don't know exactly what decal I want to put on my car yet or what color it's going to be. But I want to make sure that I can do this. And if somebody else wants flames or something put on their car, then I can do it. Like I said, it didn't pop out perfect, so it's got some tears in it. Now, when you got tears, you can fix it real easy just by going back over with the razor because unless it tore further into it, as long as it didn't go further into it, then you can still fix it real easily with the razor. And the rest of the parts just come right out. Just be careful with the razor. This isn't actually the razor I like using. I like using the one that almost fits like a pen, but I couldn't find it. So, I'll show you. This is the first part of our flame is cut out. So far, we've cut out that much. So we're going to keep on carving this up and make it completely perfect first. Once we've got this to where we're happy with the outline, you can do some other stuff to actually make it exactly the way you want it to be. I'm going to show you how to do that. That way, all these little rough edges and stuff, they'll show up in the paint. If you paint over those rough edges and stuff, especially if you're trying to do flames or something that has a lot of detail, any of those little ridges or whatever will completely, mess up your graphics. So there's a couple ways that I use just to kind of fix the outline. Outline is really important. Now, some people are so good that they can just freestyle paint. They can paint flames right on a car without no outline or nothing. They can shade, they can do everything. Well, they've been doing it for years and years. I've got a little bit of artistic ability. I can tattoo a little bit. I can draw also. So this is what we got so far here with this flame. So there's our flame. Looks pretty bad, right? So what we can do to fix it. Well, we can get sandpaper. Big grit, 60 grit. Any grit will work. You don't want no big 400 or 600 grit. You got 60, you got 80, you got 150. Any of that grit will work for do this. As you get in between it, you can even cut this down a little bit. Don't need a piece that big. You just get in there, sand that cardboard, sand all those loose edges and stuff to get it to where you think your graphic is good. To where when you paint, you're gonna get your exact line. You get your exact line on your graphics, as long as you tape your graphic down. If your graphic is moving when you paint it, it's not going to come out right. As long as you sand it down and you get the edges completely right, your graphic should come out good when you paint it. You can see it. Yeah, the more you sand it, you gotta be careful. You don't want to go too hard. But trying to get this perfect roundness in, and getting all that stuff off of there, it saves you in the paint later on. It's not gonna be so hard. For a job like this, you would think it'd be a nightmare. Somebody might charge you, I don't know, $400 or $500 just to paint some flames on your car. And if I got different kind of paint gun and different types of shade, to where I'm bringing a lot of detail and effects on your car, I can charge you more than that. I can charge you a lot more than that, especially on the size of the flames, and what all needs to be done. So that's our first flame. It's all cut out, and we're gonna go ahead and paint it. Stay tuned for part 3.